Good morning. Hey, this is Dan, the manufactured home man here in Lufkin, Texas, and I'm doing a video on 7 things that you should look for when you're buying a manufactured home. Now, a lot of times you probably heard from friends or relatives that manufactured homes are not a good investment, and they're not unless they're built like a house. So number one thing you got to look for. What's the most important thing? I believe it's going to be the flooring. That's your foundation, and that's what we see when we take trade-ins. That's the first thing that we find problems in. Anything 2005 or older has bad floors. But this is sanded and floated grade A plywood floors, and so that's the first thing you have to demand if you're going to buy a manufactured home. Number 2, finished sheetrock, 1/2 inch tape and textured sheetrock that doesn't have any of those little batten strips every 4 feet, but it is 2x4, a true 2x4 interior wall, a true 2x6 exterior wall with tape and textured finished sheetrock. You have to have that, because if you don't, every time you hang a picture on the wall with that vinyl stuff, you go to move the picture or mount a TV and you need to move it, you can't never match that vinyl print. So with tape and texture, you can take some mud out and some paint, match it back up 20, 30 years from now, you still have the same beautiful looking wall with a fresh coat of paint. So you got to have finished sheetrock, you got to have plywood subfloors. Number 3, cabinetry doesn't have to be super fancy, but you need wood drawers and wood faces. Something with some meat and bones to it that 8, 10, 12 years from now, because if you've got that vinyl coated molding on your cabs, that stuff, when it starts to wear off, you can't sand it, and you can't sand it and varnish it and paint it and stain it and whatever. So at the house, so I'm going to go over here and I'm going to look at the back of another home. But you don't want vinyl siding. You know, vinyl siding years 8, 9, 10, 12, it's going to start cracking and breaking. It will not stand the test of time, so it's not a good investment. You need either LP smart siding with a 50-year warranty on it that's termite proof, waterproof, or you need hardy board plank siding. Even if you had 2x6 walls and finished sheetrock and real wood cabinets, that's so heavy that most frames on a manufactured home could never take all that weight. That's why they use 2x3s and vinyl coated molding, because their frame, they hadn't figured it out. A well-developed frame will have outriggers that come all the way to the edge. So the outrigger arm there that holds the frame comes right up to the very edge. Number 6. Now this is going to be a hard one, because you're not going to be able to find this very often, but this is not absolutely necessary, but for your really high grade manufactured home, it's going to have attic vents. The attic vents are proof that there's a real attic up there, and there's not just that 2 foot of dead air space that most manufactured homes have. You drive up and down the road where all these manufactured home dealers are, and you won't see very many with attic vents. Bonus items is molding in your house, the crown molding and the molding around your doors and windows. Can you sand it and paint it? Because if it's vinyl and you can't sand it and paint it, then it's not probably going to stand the test of time, and it won't be a good investment. So if you're going to buy a manufactured home, make sure it's built like a house. Otherwise, just buy your regular house. All right, so signing off. Give us a call, 936-699-4600. We'll talk more about what you need in a well-built home.